Wilson.
Darius, you guys got off to such a hot start and just maintain a lead for much of the second half. Things started to fall apart and fade away late in that second half. Just talk about what happened there at the very end. What do you think happened?
I feel like we had too many miscues on defense. We gave up way too many threes. I want to say they were 9 for 20 for 3. So that's the game right there. And from the free throw line, they shot 25 free throws. We shot 7. So that's the difference in the ball game right there.
Darius, you came out red hot, hit a bunch of shots early on. What was it that you kind of were feeling? Was it just something you were feeling about their shots falling, or something the defense was giving you?
No, I'm just trusting in my work ethic. Coaches put the trust in me. My teammates have trust in me, so I just got to put my best foot forward and go out and compete every night at the highest level.
All right, 2 straight games now where you got a pretty good lead at half. What stings most about the way these games have ended?
It just comes down to our execution at the end of the game. We have to be better offensively executing, and we have to take more focus into our defense. I feel like we had too many miscues, too many offensive rebounds, and too many late threes at the end of the game.
In a close game like this, when you look at the stats and see only 1 free throw made, how much does that sting?
That hurts a lot. It's 1 free throw, so what's that? 1 for 7, so that's 6 points right there. I mean, it was at one point it was a 6-point game, so if we make all our free throws, it's a tie game.
You guys had 6 in turnovers this game. What was wrong offensively? Where were the miscues?
We just got to take care of the ball. It comes down to execution. Like our coaches always tell us, if we keep under 10 turnovers, we'll be in every ball game. So that's 6 possessions right there that we have. If we missed that on.
Despite the loss, you did crack the top 10 in career assists at UCF. How does that make you feel?
I don't care. I'd rather win.
What did they do that led to those miscues?
I feel like they're very active on defense. They keep their we haven't really faced a team that's mixed their defense up as much as them. So I feel like that was something a little bit new to us. They have a lot of length out there on the court, which I think bothered us a little bit. But we'll watch film and get better from it.
You guys only 7 free throw attempts the entire game, and Baylor I think was in the bonus pretty early in the second half. Do you feel like that was a missed opportunity, maybe not forcing the issue and getting to the line more?
Yeah, that's definitely something. I think we were in the bonus at like 14 to 12 minutes left, so I feel like that's definitely a letdown right there. I feel like we should put more pressure on the defense and their bigs to get to the free throw line.
Baylor's coach Stockton was in here saying that they feel like they're 3 plays away from being the #1 team in the country. I'm sure you guys maybe feel the same way, that you're a couple plays from being where you want to be within the conference. Is one of the things that your guys are learning is how narrow the margins are within the Big 12?
Yeah, the margin is very narrow. We actually talked about it today. We're very close, but that last little bit is going to be the hardest little bit for us. So we just have to fight through and persevere through it.
You keep bringing up the defensive effort, the miscues that you guys are having on those lapses. A lot of times, Roman's open, you guys aren't switching out there in the paint. They doubled you guys up essentially, 30 points in the paint. What do you want to see from you guys doing a much better job of, communicating defensively?
I feel like, we wanted to limit their threes, but obviously we didn't do a good job of that. So I feel like they opened the paint up a little bit more for them to get opportunities. We'll be able to watch film and see where the mishaps happen, but that was one of our biggest things, make sure we tag the rollers because they like to hit the roller.
After a tough loss like this, how big does the upcoming Oklahoma game become for you guys?
It's a big game. We lost at home today, so we don't want to lose 2 in a row, definitely not 3 in a row. So.
Do you feel like they did anything defensively that switched up how you guys played offensively in the second half?
I feel like they mixed their defense up, going a little bit zone to man, which probably threw our offense off a little bit. But at the end of the day, we still have to just execute.
Darius, I know you only care about getting the win, but personally for you, this was a big bounce-back game after a couple games you struggled. 23 points, 10 assists. How did you feel out there? Do you kind of feel like you're getting your rhythm back?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm getting my rhythm back. The past 2 games haven't been who I am, and this game wouldn't define who I am. I'm going to be somewhere in between that margin. So, I just want to look forward to getting better and coming out with wins.
Thanks, Darius.
Thanks, Darius.
Jaylin, for the second straight game, it seems like the game is in grasp, and you just last few minutes of the game just can't pull it out. Just kind of what's the feeling, losing close games like this?
It's stressful, honestly. With us having the games with the last 6 minutes, last 4 minutes, and then we ain't closing them out. We ain't executing down the stretch, or we ain't executing on defense down the stretch. So it's stressful. It's most definitely stressful.
They had 25 free throws tonight. What was going on with you guys defensively? Why were there fouls?
I feel like they had us scrambling. They got us on a couple sucker plays where we closed out or we wasn't in our right defensive stance. Our head wasn't on the swivel, so that's why I think all the fouls and things came from.
What do you think you guys have to do to close out games? You talked about it throughout the year, needing to put two halves together, and you've been dissatisfied with that. What do you think is going to be the difference that allows you to close it out?
I just think it's gonna fall back on our leaders. You know, with me being one of the leaders, we got to be able to close out games. Regardless of who we playing, we got to be able to close out games. As far as just having older players and things like that, we got to be able to close out games. But I take full responsibility for that.
A big disparity in free throw attempts tonight. Baylor shoots 25. You guys only 7, despite being in the bonus pretty early on in the second half. Do you kind of feel like that was a missed opportunity?
No, it definitely was a missed opportunity. We got to be able to capitalize on those opportunities when we can. So we didn't today.
Jaylin, is there anything you guys can take from today that you guys can improve on as you guys head against Oklahoma on Saturday?
It's kind of the same mistakes that we messing up on, putting two halves together, finishing out the game. So we basically keep repeating the same thing. We gotta break that little margin that we keep messing up on. So.
Are there any positive aspects of tonight's game that you're looking to build off of too?
We know that our strength is in our numbers, just being down 2 players, and also we've been in both of these games that we lost, so we just got to be able to close them out.
What do you think is going to take for you guys to stop making the same mistakes that you say you guys are making?
Leadership. Everybody taking full responsibility of what's happening in the game, because at the end of the day, we are out there playing. You know, everybody likes to blame it on the coaches, but it's the players. It's us. We got to be able to close out the game. They can't come out there and play for us.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, Jaylin.
Appreciate y'all.